Ad revenue for AMC networks in the U.S. drops by 20%, and streaming subscribers drop to 11.5 million. In the first quarter, which featured the release of the brand new original series, Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches, the firm reports restructuring and other related charges totaling more than $5.9 million. According to the company's new CEO Kristen Dolan, AMC will make our content available across the entire distribution ecosystem. The firm behind cable channel names like AMC, AFC, and Sundance TV, as well as streaming services like AMC Plus, Acorn TV, and Shudder, AMC Networks, reported a decline of almost 300,000 streaming subscribers to 11.5 million as of the end of the first quarter. The number was lower at the end of March than it was at the end of 2022 and the end of September, 11.8 million and 11.1 million, respectively. The firm's management had earlier predicted that the collection of specialized streams it offers will have 12 million members by the end of 2022, with a goal of reaching 20 million-25 million by 2025. Following a fourth quarter decline of 12%, AMC Networks' U.S. advertising income dropped by 20% in the first 3 months of 2023. The firm said that further restructuring and other related charges, totaling $5.93 million, were included in its most recent quarterly profits in addition to layoffs that it estimates affected about 20% of the workforce. $449 million in restructuring and related charges, largely associated with domestic operations and non-cash programming write-offs, were previously reflected in AMC's fourth quarter results. Mayfair Witches, an AMC original series based on 3 novels by Anne Rice, followed a Dr. Alexandra Daddario, who learns she is the witch family's successor. A second season of the program has already been ordered by the network. AMC announced a 1% increase in first quarter revenue to $717 million, which was largely driven by increased distribution and other revenues, partly offset by lower advertising revenues. Due to expected linear ratings declines, softness in the advertising market, and fewer original programming episodes within the quarter, partially offset by digital and advanced advertising revenue growth, U.S. ad revenue decreased to $161 million. Earnings per share decreased by 2 cents or less than 1% to $2.36 in the first quarter, while adjusted earnings per share increased by 3% to $2.62. According to the firm, significant cost reduction measures, including lower levels of marketing and subscriber acquisition investment, helped AMC's quarterly operating income grow 2% to $216 million from $173 million. In general, revenue and profit exceeded Wall Street forecasts. The price of AMC Networks stock increased by more than 14% in Tuesday morning trade. AMC Networks has always been known for great content that breaks through in popular culture, receives critical acclaim, and engages fans. The results update from the company's newly appointed CEO Kristen Dolan, who will participate in her first AMC Networks earnings conference call later on Tuesday morning, read: "We are dedicated to making our content available throughout the whole distribution ecosystem in a world where consumption patterns are changing. While re-examining the methods for monetizing content, we are deliberately cutting expenses and simplifying our business. As we selected higher-value customers for our streaming portfolio, our initiatives helped to contribute to a first quarter with good margins and increased streaming revenue. We continue to maintain a healthy balance sheet, foster free cash flow, and seek to maximize shareholder value while keeping our attention on the company's overall performance." At the end of February, James Dolan's wife, Kristen, assumed the position of CDO. Starting on September 9, Christina Spade held the position of business president for a limited while. AMC, however, unexpectedly announced on November 29 that Spade has stepped down from her role without providing a reason. James Dolan, who took over day-to-day management of the company on an interim basis later that day, delivered a note to workers informing them of a large-scale layoff as well as cuts to every operating area. "We believed that the losses from cord cutting would be offset by gains from streaming," he said. "This has not happened." In his results preview, Guggenheim analyst Michael Morris indicated that Kristen Dolan's plans will probably be outlined during Tuesday's management call with Wall Street analysts. According to recent reports, the business may later this year introduce an ad-supported tier of its subscription service, AMC Plus, the author said. "We anticipate that updates to the company's specialized streaming strategy, advertising patterns, the direction of linear cord cutting, and the scheduling of programming around forthcoming slates and licensing would be of particular interest to investors,"